Hi, my name's Dave Hollins. I'm Director of DJI Europe, based in Germany. And what I'd like to do today is just show you some of the highlights from the Toy Fair 2014. We've extended our Phantom quadcopter range, and we've now introduced a slightly larger quadcopter called the Phantom 2, and done an enhancement to the Phantom 1. And what I'd like to do now is just show you some of the changes. Basically what we've done with Phantom 1 is, for an extra €20, we now incorporate a camera. And this camera is basically a Wi-Fi camera, and it links to a DJI FC40 app, which allows you to view the images and videos onto a smartphone. So basically we have a carrier for a smartphone. So now the transmitter comes with a smartphone holder, and you switch the smartphone on. Take the camera out. This is the camera. We can switch it on. It's got an SD slot, micro SD slot for storing images. It can be used in the hand or on the Phantom. Basically on the smartphone, you select Wi-Fi. Takes a little while for there's so many networks here at the moment. Looking for the FC40, there it is there. So we click on FC40, it connects. You can come out of that, just want to make sure. Yeah. So it's connected. We can go into the FC40 application. We have a lot of interference in this building at the moment. There's a lot of networks going on. And we have basically a Wi-Fi camera. We can zoom it using the application, so you can zoom in and out. Take photographs, stop and start video, and share the images on social media like Facebook, etc. So this is the enhancement to the Phantom 1 product, and this is called Phantom FC40. Okay, just got to switch the camera off. Goes into a nice soft mounted camera holder. So that is Phantom 1 FC40. Down here. The next new product is the Phantom 2, and there's two versions. There's Phantom 2 Vision, which comes with our camera, and there's Phantom 2 which comes with a 2-axis stabilized GoPro gimbal. The main craft is the same. It's basically the camera options that are different. Now where this varies to the Phantom 1 is that it has slightly larger propellers. The whole body is being extended slightly, and it now incorporates an intelligent battery. So instead of like a hobby battery, it's now more like a consumer battery. There's no balancing cables. The intelligence is all built into the battery, so we can just plug a charger straight in. It's got a battery indicator built in, so you can see the state of the battery even before you plug it in. Communication contacts, so as I say, it's an intelligent battery. You plug that in here. The main Phantom 2, the other main difference is that we've now incorporated an external USB port so you don't have to go in through the battery compartment. Phantom 1 had an LED indication here. We've got rid of that indication, and we've actually put it onto the arms of the Phantom. So basically what happens now is when you switch it on, we have the ESC indication, but when you fly, the front arms show red for orientation, but now the back arms flash different colours to give you the flight indication, whether there's a good GPS signal, whether it's got low battery condition, etc, etc. So the Phantom 2 has been redesigned internally. It's got a new centre board, new ESCs, new LED modules, so it is internally very different to the Phantom 1, and externally again we've changed it and moved the indication. This is very useful in flight, it's much easier to see. So I can turn this over. So Phantom 2 Vision has our own camera. This is our DJI camera. It's controllable in the tilt. It's a 14 megapixel still camera and a 1080 HD video camera. On the back of it we have a SD slot on off switch. So that is our own design camera. What we have with this is on the transmitter, the main issue with Wi-Fi is, especially using a smartphone, that the actual range of the actual wireless network is not that great. So what we have on here, to extend the range, we have our own designed Wi-Fi extender. So basically the camera communicates with the extender, which in turn communicates with the smartphone. This gives us about 600 meter range for the video. So if I switch the smartphone on, I can show you how it works. So again, we go into Wi-Fi, and as you see, lots and lots of networks in here. Got to wait for this one to come up. Okay, I've already connected to this one in the past, so it's automatically connected to it. And basically what it's connected to, it's not connected to this, the phone is actually connected to the repeater. The repeater's already established connection to the camera. So again, we can come out of this, we can go into the DJI Vision app, and on this screen we have the in-app menu where you can look at the photos, you can share them on social media. We have the in-app tools for setting up whether it's imperial, metric, low battery warnings. We have a neat one here, Find My Phantom Vision, where it will show you when we've got a when we've got a GPS connection, which we haven't in here. It will show you on Google Maps where the actual Phantom is. So we've started the Phantom Vision app, and as you can see, it shows the image on the screen of what the camera's actually doing. Okay, so within the app, we can take a photograph, we can stop and start video as normal. It's got a lot more features than that. Basically it tells us if we got a good Wi-Fi connection, it tells us the battery level of the actual Phantom craft, not the iPhone or the repeater, it's the voltage of the Phantom craft, whether there's an SD card installed, the number of GPS satellites, the number of photographs you can take. With this slider here, we can tilt the camera up and down. So you can tilt the camera up. If I hold this one here, this little icon here, I can actually use the iPhone to tilt the camera. So it's, you can use the slider or the little icon. We have a toolbar here. We can set the photo size, we can set the video size, we can set whether it's JPEG or RAW, ISO, white balance, metering. exposure, compensation, whether it's a standard hard or soft image, etc, etc. So we got options there to actually control the camera. Also here we have a attitude indication for the Phantom. You see on the, shows you the attitude, and it will also show you at the bottom of the screen distance, altitude and speed. We've got not all the information at the moment because we've got no satellite reception inside the building. When you take a photograph, it stores a 14 megapixel image on the camera, but what it does is it puts a 2 megabyte size image on the phone so you can share it straight away on social media. So that's Phantom Vision. Just switch this off. So that's Phantom 2 Vision. This is Phantom 2 with a GoPro gimbal. So as you can see, it's basically the same as Phantom Vision, but in this case we have a 2-axis fully stabilised gimbal. This particular model has also got a video downlink so we can get the image down to a monitor. The gimbal itself is slightly different to our standard gimbal in that the main controller, the GCU controller, which is normally delivered with the gimbal, is now built into the main board of the Phantom 2. So we don't have that extra box. So this is basically a special gimbal which has the GCU missing within the packaging. And if I switch this on, you can see that it's a fully stabilised, 100% stabilised gimbal. We have a lever on the back of the transmitter, you can see by my finger, and what this does is it allows you to tilt the camera remotely. So if I move the lever, you can see you can tilt the camera all the way down vertically, and even then it's still fully stabilised. So we have that control on the transmitter. And that's the main difference between the two units. One comes with our camera and the other one comes with a stabilised GoPro gimbal. One other product that we'll be releasing later this year, hopefully, well soon hopefully, is this product. And what we're trying to do here is produce a set comprising of a motor, an ESC and a propeller matched. So if you build your own custom frame, or even if you buy a flame wheel without motors, ESCs, etc., you can buy a complete motor solution for your multi-rotor. So what we're going to have is we're going to have an E300 set, which is for the smaller frames, and that will be in a 4-motor or 6-motor configuration. And then we'll be releasing the E600 range, which will be for a larger motor, larger ESC. And again, that will hopefully be in a 4-motor or 6-motor configuration. And as I say, it will be a motor, ESC and propeller all matched. So it's just one box you buy to kit out your multi-rotor. Well, I'd like to thank you for visiting our stand, and I wish you a good show, and I hope that your watchers like this video, and I wish you all the success in the future with your projects.